Hello. All right, so today we are doing some Dollar Tree makeup and vlogging. Let's just get into it, as they say, right? So my hair is obviously this right now, and that's great. And I look wild right now because it's really been a crazy month, and so I've kind of been eating like shit. And so I have this random pimple here and all that, yeah. So yes, it's been a crazy month, and all we can do is really breathe through it and be there for each other. I think sometimes we forget that last part of being there for each other, and we end up being against each other so that we can, in our head, be for ourselves. But just remember, the best way to be for yourself is to allow other people to be for you, which involves you to be being for them too, right? Community. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the stuff we got, and we're gonna kind of jump in. If I lean forward like this and you can see my awesome chin hairs, it's because I'm looking in this mirror right here to get a better view. Yeah, and I wish that I had done my eyebrows before I did this, but that'll be another video. I'll do a video about waxing your eyebrows at home. So this is what we got. I'll show you what we have in the packaging, and then we'll just kind of chat and vibe and do all the things. Okay, cool, great. So we're gonna use this. Hello. Okay, came out of this packaging like this, and this is all from the Dollar Tree. Okay, the reason why I wanted to do a little Dollar Tree haul is one, because it's cheap, and two, I just never have. I don't really trust Dollar Tree makeup to put on my face. I've heard some horror stories. I've tried it out on myself, and it's itched a little bit, and so it's just kind of been a no for me. And for anyone in my life who ever decides they want makeup from the Dollar Tree, I'm sure people who know me personally know who I'm talking about. But no, I don't really trust Dollar Tree makeup. And I know that sometimes that's their only option. That's the only thing you can afford right now. And or, we got little girly pops on here who want to be able to do makeup with Dollar Tree items, and maybe want some tips and tricks. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to give you tips and tricks, but we're going to see. So we got this for our eyeshadow. The reason I picked this one specifically is because of the purples. I was trying to do that trend, how it kind of was back when I was like more in high school, where they had the different colored eyeshadows for the different color eyes, and purple goes with green because it makes the green pop, and brown goes with blue. And yes, so I think if you have blue eyes, you wear brown, and if you have brown eyes, you wear blue, and green goes with purple and pinkish, like they all kind of go with pinkish. So that's why I got purple. I also got this highlighter. It comes in this little guy. You can see I really ripped that bitch open. Some travel brushes. Now, I wasn't gonna get these because I have an eyebrow thing here, and I really wanted a fine point to do the eyebrows with. This, although very cutie, does not have a fine point. None of these brushes have a fine point. So I was going to get paint brushes because some of them have finer points. And I was like, yes, this is gonna work out great. And then I started wandering around the store some more, and I was like, actually, the thought of rubbing one of those brushes And you know, the Dollar Tree paintbrushes, right? If you know, you know. The ends of them have been like glued or burned or something like that. So the ends of them are pretty rough and hard, okay, and coarse. Rubbing that across my eyelids. Yeah, it just made me want to sensorially combust. So I was like, whatever, we'll get this. Plus it comes with a little mirror thing, cutie. I can give it away. This is, isn't this, oh God, so sorry. Isn't this so cute? Like, look how cute that is. It's for eyebrows. So I guess this is for the eyebrows, and this is to highlight the eyebrows, because it came in this little thingy. And it specifically says, brow wax and highlight. Now, the only issue with this cutie little thing in this package like this is it's been stuck like that so long. Does not want to close. Oh. I stand corrected. Actually, I sit corrected. Okay. This also cute. Got it in this form. I could have got any lipsticks or whatever, or lip products, but I got this one because another throwback. That's what it feels like anyway. Those pencils that you just, kidding me? Absolutely. Came in this little looking thingy. Oh, travel brush. Nothing fancy. Came in this. Sorry about that. Okay, now this cutie little thing. I'm kind of excited to use this. I've tried to do faux freckles, you know, by myself, just with like brow stuff or eyeliner, whatever it may be. So I'm kind of excited to use a freckle pen. This is light brown. They have different colors, so make sure you look for the color that you need. But I am flat, and so I just needed light brown. Okay, now we've got mascara. This was cool. This was vibey. I was like, yes. Big plump lashes. This is the Instant Plump and Curl one. They have different kinds. One of them just curls, one of them volumizes. All right, so I think we can go ahead and get started now. I think I'm gonna start, obviously I'm not like putting anything on my face, mostly just because I didn't want to spend that much money, and I'm trying to just let my face rest. I have not been treating my body very kind this past month, if we be honest. So we shall be kinder from now on after the awareness. You know what I mean? Okay, so get your brushies. I think first I'm gonna take this thing out. I don't really want to use this box right now. It's just kind of blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm gonna get this one. And we're gonna go in with our eyeshadow. Now it does come with this little thingy, and you can totally use that if you want. And I might in a little bit, but I kind of try out these. Okay, so I'm gonna take that off, obviously. Keep it there though. Okay, I'm gonna try out this one first on the lash, or on the, you know what I'm saying, guys, okay? You know what I'm saying. On my lid. Oh, that's just nice and messy right there. I like that. Like that. It's nice and messy. Okay, and I typically I don't like to pull back my eyes like this, just because you do that enough times and you're gonna really add to the wrinkles over here. Not that I really care so much. I very much enjoy watching myself age and the process and the experiences that come along with that, right? But also I mean, I don't necessarily want to look like I've been deep diving in the ocean for 13 years, you know? Like, not all the time. And I'm not gonna, like, try to add to it. Do you remember when people in school would wear really light white eyeshadow like this, and that was it? I always thought it looked so pretty on them, but when I did it to myself, I was like, what in the ever-loving ghost? Yeah, I did not like the way it looked on me, but it always looked so cute on all the other little girlies in school and stuff. And it wasn't like, I'm not saying that as like a self-judgment or anything. Please know that. That's not the vibe. It is just an understanding that sometimes people look good in things that are different from what you look good in. So, you know, you got to kind of experiment and find out what things you like, because sometimes you can think something looks super cute on somebody else and then you try it and it doesn't look cute on you and you're like, what is wrong with me? But there's not. You just haven't found yours, you know? Look how white my eyelashes are. Now, if I can ever figure out how to edit, that part is going to be edited with like my eyelashes turning into angel wings and me floating up to the heavens. But, you know, that may come with some time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I think, let's just get some color on here, you know? Just get some cooler on her. By the way, I just want to say thank you for whoever is watching this. Also, I wanted to call out Dollar Tree. If you're watching this, Dollar Tree. Like Dollar Tree will ever watch this. It would be cool to have some more variety of brushes. Just saying. Makeup brushes specifically. Also, I could get down with the support of a variety of brushes more for painting too. Maybe ones that don't have a burn tip in case I want to use them for makeup. Like a crazy person. And so this look, you know, we're just going for something simple that you would just pop on real quick and hop out the house. You could even do this, you know, in your car or in the bathroom at work. This isn't gonna be anything too crazy. Just a catch up and do makeups and vibe. The way this keeps sliding back is driving me crazy. I can just feel it sliding slowly on my head. There, over the ears. That'll do. Okay. I think I really like this one. I think I'm gonna go with her. And I'm gonna do it in this crease area. So get a brush that's kind of like this, right? And really just kind of put your powder on, okay? And then you just wanna kind of cut it like that, just very as precisely as you can in one swoop. It's not gonna be perfect every time, and that's okay. Because there is such a thing as makeup wipes and water and soap and, actually don't do soap, but you can touch it up, you can clean it up. And we haven't done that much to start with anyway, so you could just redo what you need if it turns out in a way you don't like, you know? Okay, that was extremely anticlimactic. There's like this little jolt of extra skin right here that trips me up sometimes because I'm like, oh, there's darker makeup on there. No, it's a shadow from the folds of your skin. Doesn't that sound so sexy? Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more little zhuzh with this color and then maybe move on to a darker color because this one, it just seems to not really be doing a whole lot. I guess I did want it to be more bold. Also, I'm going to be recording the 3rd podcast soon. If you haven't listened to that or any of those, link will be down below. Feel free to listen to those. Yeah, we'd love to have you join us. I think I'm going to do this Queenie Beanie. Actually, I think I'm going to switch brushes though. Okay, now move on to this cutie. Put this one back. This is more round, more rounded, not as flat, even though that really wasn't that flat. But, okay, me. Swirly twirly. Okay, we're just gonna, little dabble do, yeah, type vibes. Also, in truthful honesty, because this month has been awful and I have not been taking care of myself properly. I just have not, because life has kicked my ass, if we're being honest. I'm also super dehydrated, which is why all my skin is kind of skinning in the way that it does when I've not been eating correctly. I haven't been hydrating myself and on the inside and outside. And I've just not been taking care, taking care, all of the above. Okay, we're gonna kind of do that color where we did the other color, I guess, because that's just what ended up happening. And so here we go. But yeah, and so for me, and that the hydration aspect, obviously we all need to be hydrated, but maybe not in the same ways. I know I need to be more hydrated than most people. That correlates directly with my human design chart. If you don't know anything about human design, also link below, you can learn more. Yeah, I have indirect light digestion, which means I digest and process food and information and the consumption of life, right? I eat life best in indirect light. Most of the time, it's direct light when I'm awake, because I live in this world where we're not nocturnal, apparently. Even though I kind of naturally am in a lot of ways. And so I'm outside in the daylight and stuff like that, and the sun will dry me out a lot more than other people, just because I'm so built for the nighttime that I've noticed. Well, and when I was younger, before I even knew anything about human design, which is why I love human design, because it confirms things that I've witnessed in my life from myself, and it gives framework and a voice and languaging to it. So for example, I used to play golf a lot with my grandpa and with kids my age and stuff like that, and I was in little teams and stuff. And I mean, it got worse and worse and worse to the point that I actually had to stop playing golf because it got so bad that I would be out in the sun and I would get heat exhaustion so fast that I would be out, and I would be out for like 2 or 3 days recovering after that, if not a week, and just that's not realistic, and that's not safe, and it just, my professional golfing career did not work out, but also I'm glad that that's something that was known when I was younger, as opposed to me actually just, pushing through it. And then I get to the point where I literally maybe am a professional golfer as an adult, and then I like suffer an actual heat stroke and fucking die or something. Like, could you imagine? Oh my God. All because I pushed through all the telltale signs when I was younger. Don't do that. That's just a made-up scenario, obviously. So uncreate, delete, destroy across all time, dimensions, space, and reality. Yeah. But yes, so I need a lot more hydration than most. And the way that I do that, the way that I've grown to do that, the way that I've researched to do that, the way that I like to do that, is by consuming more foods that are liquidy. That's going to be the most potent source of water intake that you can have. Your melons, cucumber in that family, tomatoes, freaking celeries, and different things like that are extremely high water content. Those are really good to fill up your day with, snack wise and stuff like that. So maybe you replace your chips with some celery. Still crunchy, got the salt. I know celery is obviously not as salty as chips, but I will promise you that if you do exchange it out, your body will adjust and the celery will become as salty as you needed. Like, chips will be too salty for you. But anyway, that's what I try to do. Have not been doing very well, like I said, this past couple months, honestly, but this past month especially. This is one for the book, that's for sure. Not a good book either. Okay, I think we're just gonna do one more thing on the eyes and call it a day, because I've spent 23 minutes on the eyes at this point. Do that. I know not every second was spent on the eyes, but with my yapping, if we keep going on the eyes, we're gonna be here for 700 years. And I just don't know if that's what you signed up for when you started watching this. 700 years with me. I don't know if I signed up for that either. Even though I'm great. I'm just gonna extra blending it with my finger because, But yes, I'm gonna start the 3rd podcast pretty soon, and I think in that one, actually I don't really know yet what we're gonna be talking about, but it might just be something along the lines of listening to yourself. That's really what the core of most of the podcast episodes will be, is listening to yourself and the importance of it, and sometimes how-tos and such like that. Okay. Put that brush away. Oh, look at this though. Listen, that in and of itself makes it all. I could be done now and be fine. Okay. just because I'm really itching to try this out, I'm gonna do a little dab in the inner. Actually, should I do mascara first? No, I'll do this first. Oh, okay, so it comes out like this, and then I squeeze, and then it just shot shit up here. Oh, cute, excuse me. You can't even see that, can you? Well, let's see if you can see it like this. No. Listen. Maybe we're just gonna go in with this, maybe. Yeah, there we go. 3rd time's the charm. Can't always use your fingers. You can always go back in with your fingers, right? Even though I just washed some of that off. You know, we're gonna pause on that now. Okay, now, oof, I'm nervous about this brow kit, but it's so cute. Like, look at this, and stop it. Let's see, does it fit? I kind of knew it wouldn't, but I'm glad that the went this. Okay, so obviously I'm not trying to do that one, so I'll do this one. Now I'm just taking it with the very tippity. I'm going to, if I don't have a eyebrow brush, I'm gonna do this, run my eyebrows backwards, okay? Everybody's cringing right now. Then kind of brush them back into place. That way, the backwards brushing is to like get all those hairs that are like trying to do their weird things, okay? Get them all on the same page so we can brush them into place, right? Get what I'm saying? Okay. Now that we have this, we're gonna really get up in there and just kind of, I'm just gonna try to get the bottom line flowing first. This is very orange. I do not like it. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, I might do a little zazza with a zazza because this light one, very orange toned. If you have cooler tones like I do, orange is gonna be very obvious. Didn't you just love doing that as a kid? You just go around the house and vocal stim your ass off. Yeah, me neither. Okay, so we are brushing. Okay, look at this. What an eyebrow. It's literally the exact same as we started. Love that. Love when that happens. Does it look different? Okay, a little bit. It's this though, right here, and it's not great. All right. Now this other motherfucker. Let's see if we can make sisters today instead of cousins. Because you know, sometimes, like, look, they're never gonna be twins. I can tell you that. They're just not on a random Tuesday maybe, but not a Saturday. Actually, really, it's on the random Tuesday night where you're actually just playing with your makeup that you get them to look like twins. And then the second you say, oh, I'm going to do that again so I can wear it out because I looked fabulous, they literally look like, you know, parts and pieces of Frankenstein that you're trying to put together. And that's okay. This looks so much darker in this camera, but it's really not. It's just the lighting. None of those helped. Just gonna leave you right there. All right, well, okay. Now, I'm gonna really, actually, let's get a wipe. We're gonna rinse off this brush really good, okay? And I'm just doing it on a, like, makeup wipe, you know what I mean? Plus, that gets this wet. And I kind of pull off the excess so that I can utilize these. So this one is for underneath. It's like your concealer or highlight. And then this looks like a gel. So probably gel for your brows. It's a nice little Dollar Tree kit, actually. Even though the light brown is very orange, I'd still, I don't know, for all the things you'd get, I still rate this about a 7 or 7.5. For the eyeshadow, 6. I don't think I've done anything else yet so far, have I? The highlighter, a 3. Maybe I'm not using it right, but we'll see on my face when we get to that point. All right. She's sexy. She's cool. She's Okay. Now I'm gonna get it wet again so I can get the same zan in it. Okay. Okay. Can you tell? Can you tell? Probably not. I don't really want to do the gel, if I'm being honest. So stop. There. Thank you. Okay. Now we should probably do the freckles before the highlighter, I'd imagine. So let's get out our freckle pen. And it says, if a rash or redness occurs, stop. Just like with any of this stuff, goodness, especially from the Dollar Tree, please be so aware of your body when you're putting it on and your reactions to it. If your eyes start itching, or if you feel like heat coming from your face where you put it, you know, different things like that, take it off. Take it off, please. I promise you will feel a lot better with people seeing your bare face than you will if something were to go awry with this makeup and you end up being hurt by it or chemically burned. Could you imagine? So let's just not, okay? Uncreate, delete, destroy, across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Now, again, with the orange tones, they think light brown wearers always have orange tones. Well, listen, that's not necessarily accurate. What is this mess right now? Now, I don't know if I like this at all. You know why? Here's the biggest reason why. I don't have anything to blend it with. And this definitely needs blended. Because it looks crazy. And this brush tip is very, I don't know, I feel like it should be more stiff if I'm trying to put freckles on my face. I need it to like really dot, dot, dot instead of smoosh like it's doing. Like all these bigger ones are from it smooshing. I look like I got a dirty nose now. That's not what I'm trying to do. See, this freckle thing is just, I think I'm gonna rate the freckle thing a 5. Feels rough for the highlighter one. Actually, I'll redo the highlighter one when I use it again. I don't make the highlighter one a 3. Not me fucking feeling bad about rating the highlighter. Listen. And then moments like that help me realize now also rudely interrupted by my phone dying, as you can see. Yeah, it helps me, apologizing to this highlighter, helps me really come to terms with the challenges of my design and the way it was designed. Okay, so I did this while the phone was charging up a little bit more so we could finish. And also, it's not gonna blend, so we're not gonna do freckles, okay? Not right now, anyway. Maybe I'll do them for another video when I have stuff to actually blend it with. But right now, they're just little balls of shit on my face. But real freckles, let me tell y'all, I love freckles. I used to draw them on my face when I was little. I would be so jealous of my friends who had freckles, and then they would, oh shit, I was starting to wash off my other makeup. My bad. I would just be so jealous of them. Like, ugh. And I have some freckles. They pop out a lot more in the summer when I'm in the sun. But again, we just talked about how my body doesn't really like the sun so much. So, you know, that's been a journey to kind of like, obviously I can't go outside during peak sun time sometimes. Otherwise I'm gonna feel it within 15 minutes. So typically I need to be in water if I'm outside in some bright sunshine, or I need to be in shade. And that is kind of, as much as it sucks, which it does, believe me, it fucking does. That's just reality for me. And I think someday, I feel this in my body anyway. I feel that someday I'll get to a point of equilibrium inside myself to where I'll be able to withstand the sun better, but I'm not there yet. All right, well, no freckles today. We're gonna move on to this cutie little booty. I think this pink is gonna be too light, so I'm gonna do this second one. Okay, but it is very much like the things we used to use, okay, where you just so cute. I love it. All right, I gotta hurry before the strip dies again. Okay. I can't pull in my mouth too. Old habits die hard. I don't know about this color actually. I am not the greatest fan, but again, you know. We're working with what we've got. I actually would like to add a little of this purplish color. Didn't really make it look any better, but you know. That was a creepy. That's one of those you do jump scares with. That was a jump scare. Not, again, I'm not talking bad about myself when I say stuff like that. It is in genuine haha funniness of like, dang, that was a jump scare moment. Very well. Yeah, looks like this is good. Okay, let's see. What do we really rate her? I mean, actually though, this is actually a really good, decent, pretty, not too crazy. It does blend weird though. Could be my skin. Is it my skin or is it the product? That would be a good series to start. Oh, I got freckles in weird places that won't come off. And they're not my freckles. Yeah, this looks crazy. I just need to listen. This is, again, this is a video where my skin is not moisturized and hydrated at all. So the next video, I'm hoping that it will be. All right, this is that mascara again, that cool bottle. So with mascara, if you want like really long lashes, you really want to do your best to really get to the root of your eyelashes. And I kind of like, this brush makes it hard, but excuse me, I do like a little spin and then close my eyes on it, because then the added pressure of closing your eyes kind of forces it to get all the way to the bottom. Now, it's not gonna make you have falsies, you know, but pretty. It'll do. You know, it's decent for $1.25. I really don't like this lipstick at all. It's a terrible color. You know? I might have to experiment with mixing different ones of those and seeing what it looks like. All right, I think, honestly, as much as we can be, I think we're done, guys. Let me make it real fancy for you. Would probably help a bit if my hair wasn't so crazy and, you know, whatever, but let her cook, okay? All right. Cute. Well, here's the final look. It'll do. Dollar Tree makeup. Now we get to do the truly fun part. This is my favorite part. I love washing it off and then going to live my life as if I never put it on. Actually though, I was having a conversation about this with somebody recently about how I don't do my makeup anymore. I do my makeup with you all and then I wash it off. But I don't actually do my makeup anymore because one, I don't care about looking any type of way. But mostly because I am an insane perfectionist. It probably didn't come out much in this video. I mean, I think it did a little bit, but it didn't come out as much as it could in this video because, you know, this was really a video about working with what you've got, working with stuff from Dollar Tree, using the brushes that you have, or not, you know what I mean? And I just, when I am done with a face full of makeup, that takes me forever long. I mean, this was the most simple makeup, and this video is almost an hour. Like, what the heck? So when I spend a very long time on makeup and then have to go wear it into the world where I know it's gonna get smudged up, like that just literally does not, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, for me. Now, I love seeing a queen with a face full of makeup out here. I love seeing kings with a face full of makeup out here. And also, it couldn't be me, because I would have anxiety attacks anytime anyone got close to me and tried to hug me, and I'm a hugger. So, anyways, I love you all. Have a great day, and thanks for catching up.